Alright, let's talk about some trapezoids. If you have your notes on trapezoids in front of you, that would be helpful. If you're just working with the basic trapezoid, we know it has one pair of parallel sides, and the angles on the sides of the trapezoid add up to 180. Okay, remember they are same side interior angles. So if you get your calculator out and do the math, 180 minus 66, this is 114 degrees. This is 110. Okay. For number 2, this is obviously going to be 90 degrees, and this is 150. Okay. Pretty basic. Trap is a trapezoid. Okay, so let's just... Okay, that was atrocious. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my skills. Alright, let's fill in my letters. Trap. So angle T is 56 degrees. Angle A is 110. Fill in the measures of angles R and P. Well, this is going to be 70. And this is going to be 124. Boom. Nailed it. Okay, now we're moving on to isosceles trapezoids. So isosceles trapezoids, the legs are congruent. This would be 5. And it also means the base angles are congruent. So this is also 72. The angles on the side still add up to 180. So these are 108 degrees. Okay? Now, when you have an isosceles trapezoid with the diagonals drawn in, that creates even more work. Obviously, I didn't have to say that. But the diagonals of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. So these are the same length. So that means these are the same. So if this is an isosceles triangle, that means this is also 20 degrees. Meaning this is 140 because they all add up to 180. Meaning this is 140. And this is a linear pair, so this is 40 degrees, and that's 40 degrees. So these two triangles here are congruent, so this is also 10 degrees. And then 10 plus 40 is 50, meaning this is 130. Getting really small, 130. So these two little tiny angles here are both going to be 20 degrees. Okay, so I'll just fill that in there. And I'm going to sneeze. Whew, there they are, the sneezes you all know and love. Okay, that is everything for number 2. Number 3, let's work it out. This is also going to be 10. It's 160. These are congruent, so 180 minus 160 is 20. If I cut that in half, these are both 10 degrees. Okay. Now this is also 160. This is 20. This is 20. 180 minus 110 minus 20 leaves me with 50 degrees, right? 50, so yeah. So this is also 50. And this is also 110. And then if I take 180 minus 60, I'm going to get the 10 degrees for these angles here. Okay. So you can see that the angle measurements in the top and the bottom triangle are the same, but they are not congruent triangles. Okay, but if you remember our congruence postulates, AAA was not one that proved that triangles are congruent, right? So two triangles can have the same 3 angle measures, but that does not mean that the triangles are the same size. Okay, so their side lengths could be different. So if you're getting a little like, what? How's that possible? It definitely is. Okay. All right, and our very last one, shoe is an isosceles trapezoid with diagonals intersecting at V. Now, I'm going to be honest, I did not create all of these problems. So this says VSVE is an equilateral triangle. I'm going to be honest, no idea what that means, because they're trying to say this is an equilateral triangle. Well, that's not possible if this is 84 degrees, because vertical angles tells us this is 84 degrees. So I'm going to take the liberty of saying ignore that. Okay, now let's solve for x and y. So first, solving for y is easy because I know that it's isosceles trapezoid. So these two legs are congruent, so I can just set 18 equal to 2y minus 2. So when you solve for y there, you're going to get 10. Okay, easy enough. Now let's use the facts that we know about intersecting lines and the angles they create to finish this off. So this is a linear pair, meaning this is 96 degrees. If I subtract these two from 180, I'm left with 34 degrees. Okay. Now in this triangle here, 180 minus 84, it's going to leave us with the 96, of course. When I cut that in half, both of these angles are 48 degrees. Now, angle X is this whole angle here, so I can copy over the 34, and when I add 48 plus 34, 34 plus 48 is equal to 82 degrees. There we go, there's trapezoids. Thanks for tuning in, guys.